software remains a great growth industry, but there are many more applications for today's developers than just desktop computers. The new frontier for many entrepreneurs is the smartphone, and the nickname for this software is apps. Korn is an entrepreneur who long ago had the inspiration to create a device to assist you in finding your car in a crowded parking lot, something most people have at one time experienced. But it wasn't until just recently that the technology caught up with his idea, combining smartphones with GPS and Bluetooth.
Well, it's really exciting because when you think about it as a consumer, there's this whole new world out there. The power of what you have as an individual in your smartphone. Think of the technology 5 years ago even. Now, you've got this smartphone that has phone capabilities. Well, that's the last thing on the list, right? You've got it as an MP3 player, you've got it for GPS purposes, and now, because it's got the capacity, if you will, you can run all these phenomenal apps in the background so that whether it's our application or others of that ilk, you now have all this power in your palm. It's really spectacular.
If you're a fan of your smartphone, you are not alone. Smartphone sales continue to grow around the world. And as these phones become more prevalent in our lives, so do the applications that become available for them. It's not only the phone manufacturers that are distributing these apps, but user groups and third-party websites are trying to entice smartphone users by offering the latest and greatest apps.
Well, everybody has a story about forgetting where they parked, whether it's when they were out, they're going off to a meeting, they're running late, their usual parking lot's full, the kids are screaming in the back seat, or even as you're driving along, you're on the phone, which is commonplace now. You get out of the car, you're still on the phone, you come out of whatever shopping place you've gone into, whatever building you've gone into, and you have that look on your face where it's like, where did I park my car? So the thought was, how do we fix this problem for people? What makes VQ Car Finder particularly unique is that it automatically remembers where you parked every time you park. So unlike other applications where you have to launch them manually and have presence of mind when you park, what VQ Car Finder does is automatically remembers for you. So the only thing you have to do is on that occasion when you lose your car, when you really don't have the presence of mind and haven't been thinking about where you parked, you just launch VQ Car Finder. It says find your car, you click yes, and it uses GPS and maps to guide you right back to your vehicle.
Maybe you have an idea for a smartphone app, but first you'll have to do your due diligence to qualify. The attractive part is, once you have made that initial investment, the owners of that app will be rewarded far greater than traditional distribution.
The attitude was, if we give the developers the lion's share and keep a smaller portion for ourselves, we will have an army of developers putting together software for us. So Apple, for example, gives 70% of revenues to the developer. BlackBerry took it up a step, but they give 80%. So now all of a sudden the developer is looking at the investment of time and money and saying, if I can reach this audience through these great new distribution channels and I get to retain the lion's share of the revenues from it, the front-end investment makes all the sense in the world.
Big Fish Video Production.